a second here. Hold on a second. Did I just hear what I heard? Okay, so this is Midas Touch, right? Okay, so did I just hear what I heard? Hold up.
Pence reached out and hired through his general counsel his own constitutional scholar because he didn't trust John Eastman. And he hired a former right-wing federal judge, very well respected in those circles, Michael Ludwig, who told him, you cannot do this as vice president. Your role as the president of the Senate is ceremonial only. You must certify the election certificates sent up by the electors that were attached to the validly voted elections in each state. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And using that advice and other advice from other vice presidents, apparently including Dan Quayle, got into the act.
I'm sorry, Dan Quayle? Dan Quayle? Dan fucking Quayle got into the act? I need more explanation around this. The guy who can't spell potato fucking got into the act? Are you kidding me? George Bush's fucking VP from like 88 through 92 got into the act? Can you please explain this to me? Dan Quayle was involved?
Did get back into that chamber after the attack on Jan 6th and pull the switch for democracy, ultimately.
Oh my God.
And avoid the coup that was being plotted by his president, his boss. So he's going to testify about that. Testify about the pressure campaign, testify about the fake elector scheme, testify about his reservations, testify about what Donald Trump told him at those important moments on Jan 6th when he sat for 40 minutes, for 3 hours doing nothing in the dining room of the White House watching the Capitol burn. A fire that Donald Trump started, right? These are the things that Mike Pence will testify. What?
I'm sorry. You need to explain to me how Dan Quayle is involved in this story. What the fuck? How did Dan Quayle get... come on now.
Why isn't this getting bigger press? We've never had, even in the Nixon scandal, the most recent presidential scandal that brought down a White House and almost brought down a democracy. In that, we never had Spiro Agnew or one of the vice presidents testify against Richard Nixon. But here, page 16 of the New York Times. Like it's any given Sunday. Hey, interesting. It's beyond interesting. And to answer a question that comes up on social media, it is unlikely that he took the Fifth Amendment. It's unlikely that Mike Pence asserted his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination because he thinks he's the target of a crime.
Okay, but what you're saying is we still don't have a transcript, right? And so everything right now is speculation, right? But I need more information on how Dan Quayle was involved in this situation.
Did put up, people might be confusing, he did put up an initial fight against testifying to the grand jury, claiming that he was covered by the speech and debate clause of the U.S. Constitution.
All right, wait, hold up. Let's pull up a little background on Dan Quayle, shall we? Fuck's sake, you guys. All right, let me raise this up because I know I'm going to clip it. Dan Quayle, former VP of the United States. James Danforth Quayle. Oh, Danforth Quayle. Didn't know that was his name. Did y'all know that was his name? James Danforth Quayle is an American politician who served as the 44th Vice President of the United States from 1989, that's when they get inaugurated, right, to 1993, under President George H.W. Bush. A member of the Republican Party, Quayle represented Indiana in the House of Representatives from 1977 through 1981. Oh my God, come on, like... And in Senate. Okay, so he got reelected as a senator from 1981 to 1989. Well, hold up. Is there a link to this shit? Okay, here's the Wikipedia entry. Oh my God, even. Fucking Dan Quayle, I can't even... Shit me. Did any of you fucking know that Dan Quayle was involved in Jan 6? I didn't. What's this? Answers question. Let's listen to this.
Qualifications. I've been there, Hal. I've done the job. I've been tested. I've been vice president for 4 years. Senator Gore referred to us being elected to the Congress together in 1976. I've done the job. I've done many things for the president. But even as vice president, you never know exactly what your role is going to be from time to time. And let me just give you an example of where I was tested under fire and in a crisis.
Okay.
President Bush was flying to Malta in 1989 to meet with President Gorbachev. It was the first meeting between President Bush and President Gorbachev. They had known each other before. A coup broke out in the Philippines. I had to go to the Situation Room. I had to assemble the president's advisors. I talked to President Aquino. I made the recommendation to the president. The president made the decision. The coup was suppressed. Democracy continued in the Philippines. The situation was ended.
Okay.
I've been there. And I'll tell you one other thing that qualifies you for being president. And it's this, Hal. You got to stand up for what you believe in.
Stand up for what you
Nobody
believe.
has ever criticized me for not having strong beliefs.
No. Okay. But you were helping Mike Pence during the insurrection. Okay. Oh, fuck's sake. I don't need to go through his background here. I just want to get to the potato thing. Oh my god, did they actually skip over it? Did they actually skip over this bullshit? I don't need the early life and shit. Congressional. It was, well, no, it wasn't his congressional tenure. My apologies. It was during his vice presidency that he did this dumb shit. They don't have it. Like, how can you not have this? Okay, hold up. Let's see. I think I found it. Let's see what this is.